Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to Pack 7, Stage 23 this one is going to be, I believe. Let me double check because I don't want to make mistakes. Yes, Stage 23. I'm believing that this is going to be the shortest of this month's builds, so I shall have a look through immediately the episode guide. That's the only other thing we've got. We've got the assembly parts for 23, 24, 25 and 26, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episode guides to look through. So let's have a look through the episode. Well, first of all, let's have a look at the parts we've got. We've got another metal segment of upper deck, upper saucer, some more escape pods, some more screws, another little screw, the other battery cover thing that they probably just forgot to give us last time. Why would they space it out? I've got the last, the other bit from the saucer section that we're not using now, some more blank windows, and that's it. So let's skip past all of the building stuff for the rest of the stages, because we'll do them as and when we get to them. We'll have a look at, we'll always have Paris. Yeah, that's quite cool, using the holodeck for Picard to guest on Michelle Phillips. There we go. From the Mamas and the Papas. I didn't know that, but there we go. Yeah, like a time loop type episode. All good. I enjoyed that. Conspiracy. Yes, he got a bit of a fat neck in that. That's the alien things that take over, or tried to take over Starfleet, but obviously failed because of the Enterprise crew. Mainly, Riker did a big thing in there, didn't he? He played along being infected, but wasn't. Yeah, there we go. All good. Yeah. It won't like your science officer, it does like you. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. Oh, lots of behind-the-scenes stuff on that one. That's quite cool. More than there has been previously. Obviously, lots of prosthetics and quite a disturbing blowing up Dexter Rimmick's head. Yeah. Prior to the addition of the phaser effects, that was really quite cool. I did enjoy that. That was good. Nice. The neutral zone, I don't remember too much about that. Oh, it's the season finale. I'm sure I obviously haven't seen it, but yep. You understand my meaning, Captain? We're back. I don't know. I was thinking Wesley Crusher. Yeah. Right. Season 2. Starting season 2 with Dark Times. It's when Riker gets a beard. And yeah, this is the season that Dr. Crusher isn't there for some reason. It's Maurice Hurley's decision to drop Beverly Crusher from season 2 presented the show's writers with an opportunity. So yeah, cool. She appeared in the original series episodes as well. I didn't know that. Nice to find information that you weren't aware of. The child was the what? Wait, that's 2.1. What was? Oh, Dog Times wasn't an episode. This was just introducing season 2. Which is fair enough. That's yeah, a little bit of behind the scenes stuff about it. So the first episode was The Child. So it was only 4 episodes that we're looking at in the guide. Yep, because she had a baby in like overnight. All good. And that's that. Right, onto the build. Let me prepare the decks, get things ready. I'll get these off of the sprue, so we're good to go. And I shall see you very shortly. Right, we start the build with the part that we've had for a long time. We're going to be putting batteries in there, and they obviously have to go in the same way around. So the spring's down the bottom for that, spring at the top for that. Now, being careful not to get that through the side of the battery, like can very easily be done. That needs to stick down just like that. There we go. Better. Does that go over the top? Yeah, it might be slightly redesigned. I think that might go over the top of that now. So that then locates in place there. We have a single screw to hold it in place. Just like ever, because we've already built the bit inside there to do other things with it. I don't like that going on there. I think that is right though. It does go over the top. Maybe that's how they went on before. I don't remember. So we'll get that lined up through there. We'll tighten the screw down, and when we finish the build, we'll be plugging it in and making sure it works. But it certainly looks like that's making contact up there, so should be good to go. That's that. Now, the windows, we're turning that over. We have multiple of these, again, with the red line at the thickest end. They're just being dropped in place. Oh, do it the right way round. Might as well get these done on camera, because you don't see me do these very often. Not that it's, you know, tricky. It's just making sure you get them the right way round. Red one and red line there. So that should be those all the correct way round. Yep, all look good to me. And then some windows, just the 3 windows, and they're all blacked out on this one. We have no illumination on this panel at all, which is fine. I've got enough bulbs already, thank you very much. Right, so that's that. That's all of that done. Obviously there's no back panel to go over this because there's no lighting, and it's one of the interior internal pieces. I can't get that in there. I'm talking and not working. There we go. So those will be put aside in the box for spares. We've got some screws, which we're going to be using very shortly. But first of all, I need to get the entire saucer section up and see where this is going to go. Obviously, this is going to go behind a panel that's already there. That's what's going to hold these in place. So let me clear the desk once again, get everything ready. Then we've got to do some more work with bulbs and things as well. Okay, here we have it. There's 2 bulbs that need to be inserted, and this panel that needs to go, basically covering those 2 spots there. You can see the pattern working up. So we've got the lit bit with the reflectors and the metal bit without anything under there. So this is going to, if I can get these wires out of the way a little bit further. There's so many plugs. I've got one more plug light over there that doesn't go anywhere yet, but everything else, oh no, there's another one down there as well. That's obviously going to go next to this here. That one's probably going to go behind it, but yeah. Right, so these 2 are going in there. We're going to put one behind this bit and the other one behind that bit, but until we get this in place, they just won't stay there. So we'll move this around and move this around over the top. So all the windows and the escape pods are still in place. They're going to go like that. So let's make sure we see where everything is going to go. There's screw holes there, screw holes there. Lots of screw holes here. Right, we've got 2 types of screws to be using. The first one is the BM screws, which are the smaller ones. So it does say to attach one of those in the middle at the back up here, which will obviously hold the plate in the right place, but not so tight that you can't still play around with things. So let's get that in and tighten down a bit. Then we need to play around and get these lights in the right place. So this one's going to go in behind there. So I should be able to arrange the wire to feed it in. That's not in far enough, so we need to lift it and push it in a little bit further than that, I think. That should catch behind in the little space area like they always do. There we go. That's that in there, and it's not coming out if you pull it, which is a good thing. Let's do exactly the same with this one over here. Come on. In there. That's where you need to go. So make a little bit of a gap by pushing that down. Slide that in. That one's not going in for some reason. Can't see why. And there we go. It wasn't quite the right place. So let's lever that open just a touch. Get that in past that little blob. That should be that located about there. Then it says to get the rest of the screws in place. So the BM screws obviously go through the framework everywhere, like here. Into there. Also got to do there, and there. And these EM screws, the slightly wider head on them, like with a built-in washer, they go through these 4 places along here, just like we've done previously. So I'll get those done, and then we get to plug in some electronics, make sure this works. I'll get the test board ready, and we'll go from there. Right, as ever, I'm not going to hide any errors or problems from you. I had trouble with the escape pod hatches popping out while I was trying to put it together because the lights were in a strange place. So what I've actually decided to do is take it back off, put them where they should be. But I've been able to feel from the other side with this finger here where that needs to go to locate in place, which is just there. And it sort of wedges in place quite well. The other one, not quite so well, because it's not quite such a deep hole that it goes into. But I can get that into where it needs to be, and it will sort of stay there. And then I think I can maneuver things to get that in the right place below, and just lower it in place with the lights already in the right place. That's my plan. Hopefully it will work out. We'll find out when I get a couple of screws in, and we'll see if everything lines up still. That's not quite lined up right there, so again that's had to move a little bit. You may notice that I'm doing this on my partwork mat to give a bit of protection to the parts, and also to stop things sliding around too much. It seems to be working so far, so I shall stick with this throughout the build. I think it's a more convenient way of doing things. So let's get that down there, with that one in there as well. Another one of these over there, for instance, just to see how it all lines up. And basically just keep putting screws in until I'm happy, or drop them. I think the magnetism on this screwdriver is not as good as it used to be, or should be. I might have to reinvigorate that a little bit. But I can get these screws in mostly, and then hold it in a more natural position for tightening and making sure everything is as it should be. Let's get one more screw in there, and then I shall disappear, finish it off camera, and then show you the finished result, hopefully with the lights about to come on. And that's the end of stage 23. That's the panel that we've just fitted. You can tell because it hasn't got the phaser array thing fitted to it yet. All in all, it's not a problem. That was an easy one to do compared to most. I'm not overly happy. The lining up doesn't seem to be quite right in a few places, but it doesn't look quite right over here either, so it's not something that I've just done wrong. This, again, is not quite right, but I can see ways to improve it just by loosening off some of the fixing screws and adjusting all of the panels should make a better fit. It might be possible to do that now, but I'll be happier when there's more, when I can see exactly what I'm doing and what I affect here, the effects that makes on other things further down the line. So first off, now finally I should say, not first off, I'm going to test it. We'll plug this in. It keeps saying to do it into particular things, but I don't think it matters. I'm just going to plug that one into a socket that fits, and I'm going to plug that into a socket that fits, and we'll see if a light comes on. I think it fits there. Yeah, it does. Look, a light came on. A good thing. Let's plug this one in over this side as well. I think this is probably the next section along, because I think I did 2 of those things from there. Yes, there we go. That's come on as well. So yeah, they haven't come on because they're not lit. But yeah, that's the way it's working so far. The build's coming along. I like the getting a few panels here and there and a couple of extra bits like the battery arrangement. So yeah, that will be that. Thank you for watching stage 23 of the assembly of the USS Enterprise 1701D. It's that bit that we did, in case you missed that at the beginning. I shall see you shortly for other part works, and eventually we'll come back and work our way around to stage 24. So thank you very much for watching. I think 24 we're not doing much with this. I think we're doing stuff with the other bit. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. Do let me know in the comments how the build's going. If you're building along with me, if you've got similar problems with arrangements and things, let me know. If you've figured out a way to do it easily and quickly now, do let me know. Other than that, we'll get to it eventually and try and figure it out and make it look just right. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.